Hello, this is Nigel at Weather Modification Watch New Zealand. This is the 11th of December 2016, 10:09 a.m. Urgent bulletin. Well, that kind of is actually. So, regarding the earthquake prediction coming up of December 13th, there has been some argument as to whether it's the full moon perigee will happen on December 13th or 14th. I don't think that's really going to make a whole lot of difference because it could be any time around that period. And actually, when I was looking to try and find out whether it was when the next full moon was, it's strangely difficult to actually find that. And I finally sort of established it was the 13th. But you know, it seems even arguable as to whether 13th or 14th. Moving on. Okay, so as of this morning, there is more pulsing going on off the east coast, and you can see it here. This rectangular shape here with an angle there. That was actually seen off the Kaikoura coast the day before and the day after the earthquake there. We've got a big rectangle here, which is these are scalar wave type. Basically, it's technology. You know, people will argue with me on all of this, but what I'm saying is this shows technologically this doesn't happen naturally. It happens using man-made technology, and it is made with electromagnetic frequencies, ELF, which is electromagnetic frequency, low frequency waves. Okay, so don't fuck around with me, excuse my language, because you can argue all you like about this, but what I'm seeing is there, and that's what I'm pointing out. Now, this is going on. Okay, there are a number of other factors. There's the perigee full moon on the 13th or 14th, right? There is extreme weather that we've been having in the last week or two. From here, even in Hawke's Bay here, central Hawke's Bay, we've had a couple of days ago it was 33 degrees. Now it's probably about, I don't know, 10 or 15 degrees. Blowing practically a gale and some rain coming in. So this is the kind of variation we're going. And if you look at the weather forecast, we see changes day by day from southwest to northwest to back to westerly to northerly, so on. It's going nuts. We have earthquakes that have happened around the planet. There's been the big one in Solomon Islands. Actually, there's been a couple there. There's been another one in off the coast of California. So we've had all of that happening, which puts more stress back down to this end of the fault line, Pacific Plate. Okay, so another factor is there's a planetary alignment happening around right on that date of December 13th. And what is it? It's the Earth, the Sun, and hell, I don't know, Jupiter, Saturn, one of them. Right? As I say, I'm not a big person on details. You can just jump all over that. But the point is, there is that happening as well. Now, okay, so we've got the full moon. We have the geo-engineering, which has just started up again today. So that's two factors. We've got the earthquakes around the planet, putting the stress back down here. We've got the planetary alignment. We've got wild weather. All of these are indicators, and there are a lot more indicators now for a likelihood of an earthquake than there were with my previous prediction. So that's all I'm saying. Does it mean it will happen definitely? No. It just means there's a high likelihood of something happen around that date. So be prepared. If you are living close to the coast, I would be suggesting going away for a holiday for a few days around that period. I'm just saying that if I was living there, I would be thinking along those lines. If it's very, very difficult to do, at least have some kind of preparedness plan of what you intend to do if a big quake happens. Anything else to say? That's pretty much it. Yeah. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, so in the past, what I've seen, well, if we go back to yesterday, for example, right? Now, you won't see those rectangles here. There's no evidence of it right through there, right? Well, there is something there, right? Okay. So there's still some going on, and I did point that out yesterday in my video. There was still a bit of EMF and activity and so forth, but we didn't see the same stuff over the east coast of the North Island. This is that one there would be, and that was 6 p.m. yesterday. Then we go through to today, and we see it suddenly starting up there. Now, 7, 8, and 9, and what I've seen in the past with these quakes and so forth is you get the EMF tends to be done in batches, and we had a batch a while ago, and then over the last few days there's been nothing, and then suddenly, as I say, it started again, which to me is right on target for lining up a quake coming up. That's all I'm saying. Alrighty, so that's really all I have to say. And another interesting thing I was saying to my wife this morning, we went out for a little run, and I was saying that I heard a car behind us, and I was saying, you know, I've noticed that when we become so let's say used to having our senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and so forth, the usual senses, that when you hear something or you sense something with one of your usual senses, you get used to using that sense and don't realise that there are other ways that you perceive as well, and it's being able to trust your senses and realise that just because you hear something doesn't mean to say you don't sense it in some other way. Just because you see something doesn't mean you don't sense it in some other way. And you have to start becoming aware of those other senses, really. Turn them on full, because those are the ones, starting to trust yourself and your own intuition and so forth. For me, I think it's a smart move, because you have a lot more potential than what most people realise. Okay, well, stay safe. This is Nigel at Weather Modification Watch New Zealand, checking out.